Oh, hi. Thanks for stopping by. I need to take a break anyway. Calvin Jones here for the Park Tool Company. Stuck in isolation, no one to stop me, so I get to ramble and talk about whatever. Not always a good thing. Do have a focus today. To stop me, brakes. Bad. This is bad. This one needs bleeding. This one does not need bleeding. Okay, so not unlike our old medical practices of bleeding, doesn't always work, doesn't always do good. It's just not done because you can. So needs bleeding, does not need bleeding. So we're gonna see if we could do something on this brake, because this is a little older style. Let's come on up and have a closer look. Come on in. This brake here, I would call reservoir style. This one has a reservoir underneath the cap we're gonna need to take off. Doesn't use the bleed funnel, doesn't have a bleed port screw. So in here we have a reservoir. So we're gonna have to get in there, see what it's like. Now the Park Tool bleed kit, it's got a lot of adapters for a lot of current brakes. This is an older generation, doesn't really have an adapter for that because of this reservoir. So we're gonna have to see if we can come up with a technique that's gonna help bleed this brake. So let's see what happens. We're gonna have to tilt this bike. First thing we're gonna do, I think we're gonna lower the whole thing. So down, let's get down. There we are. Crank that, give that a little bit of a tilt. So here, a bubble would like to go uppy, uppy, up, up, up. Here comes the bubble, 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 bubble. Whoa, look at that loop. I don't like that down and up there. Let's see if we can change that. Sneak into here and level that out. I'm gonna start down here, because if I open it up here, I can attach something and it's not gonna bleed all out. So let's see what happens. Also, we're gonna throw a little excess coverage. Oh, this was a great thing. You wanted rambling? This is some of it. Australia World Championship. Well, it's seen better days and it's still giving good duty here. No one's watching. I've always wanted to try this. So what a fine day to do it. So normally this is not removed. This is normally loosened. We have a hose. There's a hose system that can go on here. You can bleed into that. That can come loose and come out. So what I am going to replace that with is one of these fittings. Let's get this one. Look at that, that's nice. So that's sealed up there. Oh, I think that's plenty. I think we got plenty of fluid. Look at that, isn't that fun? Fun with bubbles. So now I'm going to attach here. And again, this is probably not what you want to start with if you've never bled. Do not use this technique. Unproven. This is the fun part. We got to pull this cap off. No bleed port screw here. So I'm going to loosen that a little bit. And I'm going to loosen this one. And here is the top to the reservoir. This little bladder here allows for expansion. And down inside is the reservoir. Kind of dry this time of year. That's not really a good sign right there. That should really have more fluid in it. So I think we spied our problem here. Got an issue with lack of fluid and air in the system. I'm going to take some fluid from here. And the bottom, I'm going to push slowly and gently And we're gonna see it come up. Look at that, starting to come up here. Nice and easy. See that foamy action? That was kind of fun. Phase 2 here. This will be kind of fun. I'm gonna take a second hose. I'm gonna attach it here. I wanna get a little more fluid out. And the reason is, see how that's kind of dirty there? I'm gonna engage this here. And I'm gonna pull to drain some of that fluid. That's another kind of fun thing here we have going on. What do you notice about that fluid color there? A little oxidized, a little dirty. So we drain the reservoir, now I'm gonna fill it again. Oh, look at that yummy bubble. And I'm gonna drain some. And I'm gonna fill some. Okay, got a lot of dirty fluid out. That looks clean fluid in. Match the angle there. When I put that down, fluid's gonna come on out, and that's okay. Now with the cap, true screws go back in. They do not get a lot of torque. Bleed port screw, effectively. It's gonna go back here. Take this loose. Take it off. This is gonna displace that oil. And snug. Oh boy, this is sweet. So firm. So we have now an air-free brake. Don't need to do this next week. Don't need to do it in 6 months. If you keep bleeding and bleeding, right? This is not a case you're going to improve power. Oh, my power has gone weaker. I'm not slowing down as well. Look at your brake pads, not the bleeding. So, all right, I think people bleed their brakes maybe too much. So that's certainly one way to do it. I'm sure there are some other ways that would be fun. So now we're ready to clean things up, put it back together, and continue on stuck in isolation for Park Tool. Calvin Jones.